What happens when a regular guy from Earth lands an internship? In space. Let's just say it's not all starships and alien diplomacy. For Jeremy, our lone Earthling intern at the Intergalactic Bureau of Administrative Affairs, it's more about floating staplers, rogue paperwork, and a serious lack of caffeine. Here, in the endless metallic corridors of the Bureau, morning doesn't arrive with sunshine. It starts with the blinking red light of an emergency coffee shortage. We find Jeremy, our hero, floating helplessly near the cafeteria ceiling, clinging to a vending machine that's clearly having a bad day. The machine beeps in an alien dialect, flashing the words, "Error 404, coffee not found." Jeremy sighs, his voice echoing slightly in the vast hall. First, no gravity. Now no coffee. Is this an internship or a survival training course? As fate would have it, today is officially training day in zero gravity. Every intern from every corner of the galaxy has to prove they can handle basic office tasks while floating. For most species, this is a walk in the park. For Jeremy, it's like being trapped inside a cosmic washing machine on the spin cycle. Just as he's drifting helplessly, Zog, a six-eyed supervisor with an impressive set of tentacles and an even more impressive smug smile, floats by. He's holding a clipboard, the universal symbol of impending doom for interns everywhere. "Good morning, Earth intern. Ready for your first zero-G training exercise?" Zog asks, his voice smooth and confident. Jeremy tries to salute, a simple Earth gesture of respect. But in zero gravity, his hand misses his forehead entirely and smacks him right in the face. "Absolutely, sir. My body is ready, though my stomach may file a formal complaint later." Zog grins, clearly enjoying the show. "Excellent enthusiasm. The first task is simple. Sort the floating paperwork in alphabetical order before it all escapes through the ventilation ducts." Jeremy blinks, his eyes wide. "Wait, the paperwork floats away?" Before Zog can even answer, a swarm of holographic forms erupts from the office printer, spinning and bouncing around the room like a flock of caffeinated butterflies. "Begin!" Zog shouts, with a little too much glee. Jeremy starts flailing, paddling through the air like a confused penguin trying to swim in pudding. He manages to grab one paper labeled "Invoice for Quantum Coffee Beans" and another that reads "Complaint from Planet Blobulus. Too much gravity in cafeteria." Ironic. As he clumsily chases the forms, a nearby intern, a glowing sphere of light named Glim, giggles and zips past him with effortless grace. "You're too slow, Earth boy. On my planet, we're born floating." Jeremy mutters under his breath. "On my planet, we're born falling, thank you very much." The chaos only escalates from there. Papers ricochet off walls. Abandoned coffee cups drift like little brown comets. A stapler spins slowly past Jeremy's ear, a silent, metallic threat. And somewhere in the background, the printer is having a full-blown existential crisis, screaming, "Low ink! Low ink! Low ink!" Just when Jeremy manages to corral about half the papers, Zog floats back in, sipping tea from a magnetic cup that's staying stubbornly in place. "Time for task 2, the zero-G teamwork exercise," Jeremy groans. "Does it involve more floating chaos?" "Even better," Zog says cheerfully. "It involves floating co-workers." He presses a button on his clipboard. The office lights dim and dozens of interns are suddenly sorted into floating teams. Jeremy finds himself paired with the speedy Glim, a gelatinous intern named Sploop, who jiggles ominously, and a robotic assistant called HR9. HR9 speaks only in annoyingly cheerful motivational phrases. "Teamwork increases productivity by 43%, it chimes. Their mission? Reassemble a disassembled space printer before the station's gravity simulation restarts. "Easy," Jeremy says, trying to project a confidence he absolutely does not feel. "We just find all the parts and—" He asks cut short as a floating wrench smacks him squarely in the head. "Correction," Glim giggles, glowing a little brighter. "You found one part." Jeremy rubs his forehead. Yeah, I think it found me first. The scene is pure mayhem. They drift through a cloud of printer components. Cables are tangled like alien spaghetti, screws dance in slow motion, and a motherboard spins lazily like a futuristic frisbee. Remember, HR-9 chirps in its upbeat tone. Failure will be reported to Galactic HR. HR stands for Hope Reduction. Wait, what? Jeremy says, but HR-9 is already floating away, humming a catchy corporate anthem. The teamwork gets interesting. At one point, Sploop, the gelatinous intern, accidentally absorbs a handful of essential printer screws into its gooey body. With an expression of pure regret, Jeremy has to reach his hand inside the blobby creature and fish them out. You know, he says, wiping slime off his hand, this was not in the job description. Relax, Glim tells him, trying to be encouraging. You humans worry too much. Just let the universe flow. The universe is flowing right into my face, Jeremy yells as another stray cable whips past his nose. After 30 exhausting minutes of struggle and near disaster, their team finally reassembles the printer, or at least something that vaguely resembles one. It hums, it blinks, and then it prints a single cryptic sheet of paper that reads, Error 42, Existential Malfunction. Zog floats back, inspecting their handiwork. He hums thoughtfully. Not perfect, but at least it's not on fire this time. Jeremy's eyes widen in horror. This time? Before Zog can explain that terrifying comment, alarms blare across the station. A robotic voice announces, Warning! Unexpected gravity fluctuation detected. Prepare for sudden re-entry into up and down. Everyone freezes for a split second. Then, gravity returns, violently. Papers rain down from the ceiling. Coffee splashes everywhere. Interns fall like confetti in a slow-motion disaster movie. Jeremy, in a final act of zero-G clumsiness, lands perfectly inside a large recycling bin labeled for organic matter only. He groans and pokes his head out. Well, I guess that makes me an organic intern now. Zog floats down gracefully, adjusting his tie as if a sudden gravity storm is a perfectly normal part of his Tuesday. Excellent work, everyone. Except for the mild chaos, the property damage, and the mysterious new hole in the ceiling, this was a successful training session. The exhausted interns manage a weak round of applause. Then, Zog turns to Jeremy. Earth intern, you demonstrated enthusiasm. For your effort, you have earned this certificate of partial competence. He hands Jeremy a shimmering holographic document. It blinks with the words, Certificate of Gravity Survival, Probationary. Jeremy holds it up, a weary but proud smile on his face. I'll frame it right next to my college degree in unnecessary suffering. The room bursts into laughter. Even HR-9 emits a cheerful beep. Congratulations, employee! You survived training with a 51% chance of future usefulness. Just when Jeremy thinks the day can't get any weirder, Glim floats over and hands him a floating donut. You did great, Earth Boy, and tomorrow's training is even better. It involves customer service in black holes. Jeremy's face goes pale. You're kidding, right? Glim just smiles. You'll find out tomorrow. As the Bureau's intercom announces the end of the work cycle, Jeremy drifts toward a large window, looking out at the endless sea of stars. You know, he says softly, for an unpaid internship, this is truly out of this world. Zog's voice echoes from behind him. Literally. The Bureau lights flicker. The coffee machine beeps one last defiant time. And Jeremy mutters a final plea to the cosmos. Please let tomorrow include gravity and coffee. The vending machine replies in its robotic voice, Dream on, intern. And thus ended Jeremy's zero-gravity training day, a chaotic ballet of floating disaster and questionable triumphs. But one thing was certain. He was slowly becoming the most unpredictable intern the galaxy had ever seen. If you laughed or floated along with Jeremy today, do us a favor and hit that like button. Share it with your friends who have survived office training, and subscribe to our channel for the next interstellar disaster. Because in space, even your office coffee can turn against you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.